Hello, I'm the virtual assistant of Gokram Tekir. Since he's currently busy creating new content for you, I'll be presenting this video on his behalf. Now, let's dive into the importance of stakeholders in project management. For a project to succeed, technical knowledge, a strong team, or well-planned processes alone are not enough. The real differentiating factor is understanding and managing stakeholders' expectations, needs, and priorities correctly. In this video, we will talk about project stakeholders. In the previous video, we discussed the project team. Now we will look for answers to the question of how we can manage project stakeholders more effectively. A stakeholder is defined as any person, group, or organization that can affect or be affected by the project. The project team, customers, end users, business partners, suppliers, and other internal departments all belong to this group. From a broader perspective, anyone with even the slightest connection to the project can be considered a potential stakeholder. Please don't forget this. Every stakeholder is affected by the project in different ways and has different perspectives. Often, these expectations may conflict with one another. For example, senior management may want to reduce costs, while end users may expect a more functional and user-friendly product. A department manager might say, "Do whatever you want, just don't bring me extra work." One team member may start dreaming of career opportunities as soon as they hear the project name, while another might complain to colleagues, "Where did this project come from? Now they've piled this on us too." The project manager's responsibility is to balance all these different viewpoints and guide the project in the right direction by building a shared understanding. By the way, remember this. In a project, your job is not to make everyone happy. That's impossible anyway. Misunderstanding stakeholder needs, setting the wrong priorities, or lacking communication can all lead to project failure. That's why the project manager must establish effective communication with stakeholders right from the start, clarify their expectations, and ensure their involvement in the project. Visual tools such as stakeholder maps or stakeholder analysis matrices are very useful for capturing this diversity. These tools help the project leadership team build a common understanding during project meetings and throughout the project management processes. Properly identifying stakeholders in the early phases of a project ensures that their needs are met and that they can contribute more effectively to project success. For this, stakeholders' interests, expectations, and potential impact on the project should be analyzed. The stakeholder register should be updated regularly throughout the project. Documents such as the business case and the benefits management plan serve as important references when preparing stakeholder registers. Additionally, a communications management plan and a stakeholder engagement plan should be prepared to define who will be communicated with, how frequently, and through which methods. Stakeholder management is not a one-time activity, but a dynamic process that continues throughout the project. As projects progress, new stakeholders may emerge and existing stakeholders' priorities may change. Therefore, the stakeholder register should be reviewed and updated regularly. Change logs, issue logs, or requirements documentation should be examined to identify new stakeholders. Stakeholder registers and templates from previous projects can provide guidance in new projects. Poorly managed stakeholders can slow down the project, cause misunderstandings, and increase costs. In contrast, stakeholders who are properly engaged in the process add speed and value to the project. In summary, accurately identifying stakeholders and managing them effectively is not just a project management technique, it is a critical success factor that directly influences project outcomes. At every stage of the project, understanding stakeholder expectations, conducting regular analyses, and involving them in the process significantly increases the chances of success.